What's up, guys? It's Mark Parson, Cornerback Pro, former NFL cornerback for the Houston Texans and the New Orleans Saints, and now I'm coaching you guys up. All right, so today we got one clip from the 49ers. It's a DB 101, so we got a whole bunch of those. Shoot, everybody's been sending me a lot of stuff. Somebody actually Instagrammed this to me, so I'm like, okay, let me check it out, and I believe that we can learn from it. All right. So we're going to get into that. Make sure you guys email me at cornerbackpro@gmail.com. Ask for the one-on-one mastery program so that you can improve your skills and know all the techniques. All right. All right. So let's watch it, and then we're going to go over it. We're going to watch it twice, and then we're going to go over it. All right. Good job making the play at the end. Let's watch it 3 times. All right. So excellent job at the very end. Because at the end of the day, we need to make the play. We need to create ball disruption, and we need to get takeaways, turnovers. So excellent job by catching the ball, getting the ball out. All right, so here's the thing. If you guys been watching the channel for a while, um, there's one thing that will get us in trouble. All right, so you guys that been watching the channel for a while, you'll know exactly what I'm gonna say. Let's watch it from the very beginning. Let's watch it from the press. And here's the thing. You may be like this. Well, coach, he made the play. Yes, and that's a great job, and that's what we want to do. Understand this and note this. You want to have good technique still, because when you start to, let's say you start to play more and more, all right, and you're matched up against the best receiver, and they've been watching film on you, because technically this guy's a rookie. You know, guys don't have the scout report on him. What happened? And this happened to me, so I'm telling you guys from experience. When they start to see you on film and you're doing this, and what is he doing? Let's watch it. All right, he's standing up and he's immediately opening the gate. And we did and really the guy didn't really give him much. Okay, so he didn't really give him much of the line. So he's standing up and immediately opening the gate. Okay, and that's very dangerous. It's almost like just lining up next to him and running with him. Okay, and when guys get the scouting report on you, aka they look at you and they watch your film, and then you start to do the same thing over and over. You just open the gate, okay? He does a little move inside, and then you protect your inside, and then you just open the gate and run with a guy. What happens is they start to notice it, and they're gonna start doing certain type of routes, like a back shoulder. You'll never be able to guard a back shoulder fade because he's always gonna get to the top of the stem. They're gonna start to run routes where it's hard to get to it, okay? And I want to tell you this. A lot of guys ask me, so coach, how do I guard a faster guy? Well, the way to guard a faster guy is to have really good technique. You don't want to just open up and run with the guy because obviously he's faster than you. Now, one of the things that my boy Billy McMullen talks about, he's at you know, Wide Receiver Nation. He talks about taking that weak shoulder. So what is a weak shoulder? When you kind of open the gate, the more you open the gate, the even easier, the better for the receiver. And he's going to take that, and their job is not to go out here as far that wide right here. Let me show you. So immediately they're supposed to get upfield, especially when we give them this shoulder, this weak shoulder, and they're supposed to immediately stack. Now he does kind of stumble out of this break as well. But what I'm saying is, the more these guys start to study film, they're going to see that you're opening the gate immediately, and they're going to just immediately stack. They're just going to immediately take that weak shoulder, and then you're screwed, right? Also, like I said, when you start to go against faster guys, they're just going to run right by you. And then when you start to go against crafty receivers, when they run that comeback, so they get the 14 yards on time, and then they get out of that break. They're not going to stumble out of that break. That comeback's going to be money. You'll never make the play on the comeback. So what I'm saying is, look, it's like you ever taken a test and you didn't study for it, but for whatever reason you still got a good grade on it. That's kind of like lucky. You know what I'm saying? So you make the play, you're like, oh yeah, definitely make the play, but you definitely want to have good technique because you're gonna get screwed at the end. And I'm gonna tell you, when I played for my sophomore year at Ohio University, I'll let this play as I talk. My sophomore year at Ohio University, um, That's all I did. Remind you, I'm D1A. No coach ever taught me really how to any techniques. You'll start to see that too. Most high school, college, or pro coaches don't really teach you techniques. They may teach you one, and it's probably not even gonna be that great. That's why I created this channel because I want you guys to, I want you guys to be successful. So I'm doing the same technique over and over. It was the inside kick step. Shout out to David Brown. You know, it did teach me the kick step, but I was immediately opening this gate every single time. Now here's the thing: I was just better than the other guys. I was just better than the receivers. So so I was able to make a play. I mean, you had a couple guys that could run, but for some reason I was just better than the other guys. So I was always able to cover it. Now what happened is my last game. It was the MAC championship in Detroit. We're going against Central Michigan. That's the school where AB ended up going. I didn't play against AB until my senior year, but man, they had some beast receivers, and they had this dude named Dan Lefevre, one of the two. And this receiver could run. The quarterback could run, he could throw. And bruh, this was the game where I felt like I could not guard anybody, and really none of us could, because my boy TJ was getting got, my boy Mike Mitchell was getting got, and my boy Todd Keenan was getting got. But I know for a fact it's because I didn't have any other techniques in the bag, and this is all I was doing. He was getting a free release, and he was having his way with me. Because even though I was on him, so I wasn't getting torched. Like he wasn't just outrunning me. But they were doing back shoulder fades. They were doing back shoulder little hits right here. You know what I mean? They were doing certain stuff because he was able to get to the top of his stem, and I ended up being number one on the ESPN plays, not in a good way. Okay, so the better the receiver is, the harder it's going to be to guard, and also when they get the scout report. Because I think, let's watch this right here. Let's see. Do you think if he would have ran deep on him right here, do you think he would have outran him? Let's watch. You know, I'm not sure, but I want you guys to know, man. In that press, you don't want to open the gate, fellas. You don't want to open the gate and run with a guy. It's dangerous. You're gonna have a long day. All right. You wanna use one of the techniques that I teach. Okay. I'm telling you, your confidence is gonna go sky high. You need to get your hands on receivers at the line. So you guys who asked me that question, Coach, how do you guard a fast guy? Yo, you slow them jokers down. All right. You do it with your eyes, feet, hands. Where are your eyes? On his waist, glued on his waist. Disciplined eyes, eye discipline, and then your feet. So you gotta have a plan, and you gotta have a plan already set to do with your feet. So that means what technique am I gonna use? I already know, right? So you're gonna know the techniques, especially guys that actually come and work with me. Okay, like I said, I only need 3 days with you, really one day, if depending on how fast a learner you are. Have a plan, and then the goal is to stay square as long as possible. So if he does this little release, let's watch this release again. Let's imagine that we're the DB. Oh my God. Look, you guys, like the last, I know for a fact, my guys that I teach, you guys, he's going to be all the way over here. Because that release wasn't like I remember Lance Moore, his 101s, or Robert Meacham, bruh, those dudes, or Jacoby Jones, man, those dudes' releases were crazy in 101s because they knew they had more time. They knew it wasn't really a big rush. So they would mess with you. All right. This release was not out of the ordinary. So you guys could stay in front of that, man. You guys could stay in front of that. Instead of him being right here, he'll be all the way over here. You feel me? So when he run that hitch, So I'm just telling you, definitely want to create good habits. Okay? You want to create good habits. And obviously you got to know the techniques. And then the goal is to stay in front of him. So if he tries to do this out release, then you're right here. He got to keep going out. You're going to get those two shuffles in. You're going to get that one shuffle in, and you're going to strike. It's not just putting your hands on them or hugging them or anything like that. It's a firm strike. It's a good open-handed punch. Pop. Okay? And you'll be able, once you master your technique, fellas, it doesn't matter who you guard, and you'll be able to guard any of those guys. I wish I had me when I was your age. Put it that way. Okay? So I wanted to show you that. Because look, we can be fooled. And I'm only telling you this because of years of watching it and then actually it happening to me. I thought that my technique was so good. I'm talking about press because I was right here. I was doing inside kicks. I was doing inside kick step, and I was able to run with everybody. But guess what? In the NFL, the higher the level you go, you're gonna start to notice guys are starting to get better, and you're not gonna be able to run with everybody just doing that. Okay? And I don't know. I think he may have caught this if he didn't stumble. You feel me? Now it's good that we got the pick, and at the end of the day, make the play. But I want to make you guys the best in the world. I want you guys to understand something. All right? That if you want to last, you got to have good technique and you got to have great habits. We don't want to really rely on like luck. Okay, fellas? All right, man. Hopefully you guys are learning. Improve your skills every single day. Training camp time. Every day when you go out there, you got to dominate. I know sometimes it's difficult, right? Because you know how training camp is, but you guys got it easy at the end of the day. We used to do 3 days. We used to do two, and then they switched to 2 days a few years ago. Now you only got one practice a day. You gotta be freaking kidding. Y'all should be killing it. First of all, y'all should be in crazy shape because you got the running program. You've been lifting, so you've been working out extra because you've been definitely working out with your team. Extra, then you've been working on your technique, so you know you're more efficient with your movements. Now, and your mind is programmed for greatness, so it's nothing to you. Everybody else should be huffing and puffing. You should be killing them. You feel me? When you're in practice and the ball's all the way over there, guess what? You said, man, I got to get some extra work because this practice too easy. So you need to sprint all the way to the ball and make sure you get the ball out. Rip it out. Every play. If you're a ball carrier, you catch the ball or you get through the line, you need to freaking sprint all the way to the end zone and then jog back. These are the type of things that's going to make you great and prepared for the game. You got to over prepare, fellas. You have to over prepare. That's how you got to. I want to emphasize that. I'm going to put an emphasis on it. You have to over prepare, and then guess what? Make it hard in practice for yourself, and then in the game is easy. Everybody's going to be like, he's in the zone. Nah, he prepared for this. This is easy because I made it hard all off season for myself. All right? Stay tuned for the next video. I got a whole bunch coming. It's going to take time to get them all out. Peace.